California, we're watching your six, folks. Stay ready, stay free. And when the world goes crazy, what should we do? Drink up, sing it fast. It's the Denton and Sasquatch show. Two voices you ought to know. From prepping tips to politics, they tell it straight. No tricks from Dixie to the Golden Coast. Freedom's what they love the most. Download the podcast, let the truth roll on the Denton and Sasquatch show. This place is half talk show, half weird daycare. I love it!
Hello, and welcome once again to the Denton and Sasquatch Show, coming to you from California, Alabama, and Arizona. My name is Sasquatch. I live in California. His name is Denton. He lives in Alabama. And finally, we have Einor, who resides in Arizona. And somehow, through the wizardry we call the internet, we make it sound like we are in the exact same room. How you doing, fellas?
Great.
I'm doing wonderfully.
Excellent.
Oh, geez, you sound so motivated.
I'm here with you, Denton. I mean, what's not to love?
I don't know. I'm doing wonderful.
He's a mellow dude. All right, real quick before we get into it, email is sassandpals@pm.me. That is sassandpals@pm.me. I know you want to give the outdoor trading post.
Sure. We congregate out at the outdoortradingpost.org.
There you go.
That is the Outdoor Trading Post, all spelled out, .org. So feel
For
free
those
to
of y'all
join
who
us.
can remember your password.
Well, you're the only one that can't do that.
No, I feel so stupid.
How many years have I been telling you to, like, write it down? Write it down.
I have, and I don't know where I write it down. But hey, just tell everybody at the outdoortradingpost.org I said hi, and one of these weeks I'll be back.
How do you not stop breathing in the middle of the night?
Who says I don't?
No, I mean for good. Because you can't seem to remember anything.
Oh, I remember this. I got a personal text from Wookie.
Yeah.
And he says that he has a excavator.
Oh, all right.
And if anybody needs any assistance, his email is dirtydeedsdonedirt.cheap at something.
At something. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, but I do have a list, and we're working it out. So if anybody has my list is continuing to grow. If you want to add your list to my list, I know a guy that knows, and I know that's me, that knows a guy who has an excavator.
Wookie's gonna have his work cut out for him.
Is it a Walmart excavator?
No, I think it's a little better than a Walmart excavator, but it will dig a hole, and all your problems will go away.
That's all we need.
That could be the tagline for the show. We have an excavator, and all your problems will go away.
And we're not afraid to use it.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
for a small problem.
We have a full cornucopia of stories tonight from all three of us. So who wants to go first?
Einor.
Sure. Okay, here's a good one. If I can find it. Here we go. So, Australian officials ask fans to respect the privacy of Neil. This is coming from AP. So, like plenty of local boys before him, Neil has come home to the stretch of the Australian coast where he was born. Unlike most of them, he trails fame, fans, and property damage in his wake. Also a 2,200. So in June, bellowing and blubbery 5-year-old mammal hauled himself to a beachside in Tasmania.
You're cutting out just a little bit. What are we talking about here?
Oh yeah, kind of like a rubber band stringing out.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of...
We're talking about Neil.
And Neil is a what?
Who happens to be... He has a 1-ton seal.
Okay, that brings
With
the story together.
absolutely zero respect for anything.
All right. Proceed.
In June, the bellowing and blubbery 5-year-old male hauled himself up onto land for his twice-yearly tour of beachside towns in southern Tasmania. It's posing problems, as now he weighs and has a social media following more than double Tasmania's human population. He rampages through local infrastructure. He bends over traffic signs, bends over traffic bollards, falls asleep in the middle of the street, knocks down fences. He sounds like, Uncle Neil, who comes over to Thanksgiving dinner and proceeds to drink all your beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just kind of cruising around Australia, and people are following this poor guy. So all these little bitty towns, a couple hundred people, and he's got 1.4 million TikTok followers, and he goes off and picks fights with parked cars, smashing through barriers. He's kind of a anti-authoritarian hero, they say.
He should be at Panama City Beach, Florida, any given weekend.
Well, yeah.
I was going to say I have a story kind of like that in a little while.
So, yeah.
Well, he sounds like a badass, and people shouldn't mess with him.
So
And
wait,
you look at
this
him,
is a 1-ton seal, and they're saying respect his privacy. They have to say that.
Yeah. Yep. 'Cause
What
apparently
is it? Some 2-ton human named Bubba that's going to disrespect him?
people are going up to him with their kids and trying to get pictures with him.
Yeah.
Like what they do with the buffalo out there in Yellowstone, and he's not too pleased about that.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Let Darwin have his way.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Well, the advice we can give to anybody is stay away from the wildlife.
No, please do not give advice like that. If they need advice, don't give it to them.
That's very true. You make a valid point.
Well, thank you.
All right, I'm going to go with my story just because it kind of fits with Einor. Speaking of 1,000-pound animals, I went to the county fair yesterday.
Okay, I thought it was going to be Rosie O'Donnell, but okay, good.
She may have been there. I don't know. But, yeah. So we went to the fair yesterday, and I just want to say that everybody there are idiots. They're fat idiots, but they're idiots.
I'm Neil.
Yeah, and Neil. I had to rent one of those little scooters, so, like the old people drive around in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that in itself is a pain in the ass. But when you're driving one, people will walk in front of you. They will step in front of you. They will step on you. They have no courtesy whatsoever. I would say like 85% of the people there pay no attention. And the parents, their kids are running around acting like animals, and the parents are on their phones walking. So I got people almost running into me because they're looking down at their phones. And it's like, oh, come on, man. Towards the end of the night, I just started, I wouldn't stop. If somebody got in front of me, it's like, you're going to get hit. Sorry.
You're too polite.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah, well, what I think I needed was like is it called a lance? The things the knights used to,
yes.
Yeah, the big stick.
Yeah, there you go. I needed one of those pointing out the front. Then I could just impale people as I was going along.
A pike.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slippy pike, that'll work.
Yes. Hey, Slippy.
But yeah, I mean, it was fun with the family and everything. But it's like just the other people there are just so flipping annoying.
But it sounds like it could be worse because at my Walmart, it's everything that you're talking about on one of the scooters. You're talking about an overweight. They're not they're not handicapped unless they're like there's some 85-year-old veterans in them, I understand. But we're talking 35-year-old Neils.
Neils and Neelettes.
Yeah, Neils and Neelettes on the scooters going through the frozen food section, looking at their phones while they're doing it. You've got to get out of their damn way.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't mean to cuss, but
I think my best plan is just not to leave my house anymore.
probably the best idea.
So there's my little fair rant.
You know, I was actually at the Walmart just this morning, and we saw that very person. You know, you talk about the 35-year-old Neelette that's 632 pounds on the scooter.
Shopping for
And-
new moo-moos.
No, what she did, she pulled up at that warmer where they keep all the broasted chickens,
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and she was loading up broasted chickens because they were on sale, all of them.
I'll take 26 of those, please.
There's chicken bones all over the place as she's heading out the door.
And then grab me a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy out there. All right. I guess, Denton, you're up.
Okay, hold on. By the way, Sasquatch dinged me. I've been waiting for 8 o'clock. Okay. And he dings me like 3 minutes late. I'm cleaning house. I'm covered in Clorox. I didn't have time to prepare because somebody. But anyway.
Somebody reminded you about the show 3 minutes
Clean
before
your
the
house
show.
with Clorox.
Well, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm here, aren't I?
You are.
Anyway,
I'll give you that.
this one right here, just absolutely, I'm throwing the BS flag on this play. Okay, here you go. Milton, New York. A circus performer was accidentally shot in the neck by an arrow during a performance at a speaking of county fairs, a county fair in upstate New York. Police and organizers said. Okay, Anna Daza Tavera, 42, and Edwin Cuervo, assuming he's a tequila, Rangel, 38, a married couple from Waukesha, Wisconsin, had been performing their crossbow sharpshooting act when she accidentally struck him in the neck with an arrow as he held up a foam target. Rangel was airlifted to a hospital in stable condition. The circus was canceled for the night. I'm thinking, second off, why did they cancel the circus? Because what? He got shot in the neck? The show must go on.
Of course.
Unless you get shot in the neck. Benjamin Jackson, the ringmaster of Circus Mercia, said Monday that Cuervo Rangel was luckily shot in the side of his neck in a spot with mostly soft tissues and no blood vessels by his wife.
Okay. Could have got him in the jugular.
Yeah.
Sounds like a typical marriage to me.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, you guys are married. I'm no longer married, but I was married 20 years, 3 different wives. So, but it counts as 20 years, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when I was reading this, I'm thinking, yeah, there he is in the hospital. They clipped the arrow out of his neck, and his loving wife kisses him on the cheek and then whispers in his ear, "Next time, it's gonna kill you."
Next time I won't.
And remember, snitches get more stitches. It just reeks. I mean, if the cops, really, you're going to believe her, you need to grill her. There's something going on here. You know it. I know it. Bob Dole's dead. He still knows it. Nobody nowadays understands that reference, but accidentally shot in the neck when she was supposed to be aiming for a foam target. What was he holding it in front of his face?
That's when they need that, detectives need that light over the head so they can pull it down and put it right on her, make her hot.
Exactly. Diesel Pete. Yeah,
Well,
accidentally.
was she having an affair with one of the clowns or something? I mean, that would be my first thought.
Midget
She's out
clown.
there, after the show or whatever, doing Zippy the Pinhead,
Well, she shot a clown. You've got to be a clown to let your wife shoot at you with anything. Okay, number one. And number two, I would love to know 24 hours before the incident, how was the relationship? What were the conversations? How was it going, in other words?
He forgot the
Was
milk.
she pissed? He forgot the milk. Or maybe she didn't forget the milkman.
Oh, that's possible.
Or
Yeah.
possibly they were just all up all night drinking cheap gin. You never know.
That's possible.
Yeah,
too.
well, that's right. Well, actually, it'd been cheap tequila. His name was, what was his name? Cuervo. Yeah.
Cuervo. Oh, that stuff is nasty.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my funny.
All right.
I got an Alabama balls story, but
Alabama balls. All right, we'll do that one
Yeah.
real quick, and then I know we can do this next one.
oh, okay. Well, this is let me switch back over here. I'm not prepared because I'm covered in Clorox. Here we go. This is a story from Alabama. TSA finds stolen Civil War era cannonballs. What were you guys thinking? In a passenger suitcase at an Alabama airport. This is Gulf Shores, Alabama. That's down there on the Gulf. A TSA agent discovered a set of stolen.
That would be the
That's so
Gulf of America.
No, I don't care what Cheeto Man says. It's the Gulf of Mexico. I've lived there all my life. Guess
What
what?
are you,
He's
Tommy?
not changed my vernacular. No, I'm not. I'm a native.
Gulf of America.
Gulf of. Do you?
Denton's a commie.
No.
He's a commie.
Denton is. Suck my cannonballs. A TSA agent discovered a set of stolen Civil War era cannonballs in a passenger suitcase during a routine security screening at an Alabama airport earlier this month, law enforcement officials said. Bet their names were Bubba. The TSA said in a statement Friday that the relics were discovered at Gulf Shores International Airport. This almost sounds like a movie. International Airport. Smuggling gems. No. Cocaine. No. Civil War cannonballs. Where was I before I went on my little thing there? The agents discovered it appeared to be a large, opaque item inside a suitcase during an X-ray screening. When he opened the luggage, he found 5 small cannonballs wrapped in paper towels and notified his supervisor. I had never seen nothing like this unique. This TSA officer, Justin Dupree, obviously from Louisiana, said in a statement from the agency, I seen inert grenades, training munitions, but never in my Indiana Jones-esque life stolen artifact type situation. That means he's never seen nothing like this. The cannonballs, the largest about the size of grapefruits, that's what she said about me, weighing about as much as a shot put ball. That's again what she said. Were inactive and didn't contain any explosive material or active components. The TSA said, still cannonballs are artillery munitions and considered prohibited items on the planes. Police eventually determined the cannonballs were stolen from Fort Morgan, which is down around, Mobile there, based on paint markings applied to the artifacts by Fort staff. And they dated to American Civil War. The history, Gulf Shores, Fort played. They were put in Grandma's suitcase. The kids stole the cannonballs, and they put the great balls of fire in Grandma's luggage. And Grandma said, I didn't know what they was. Anyway, they didn't pursue charges, and the cannonballs were returned to the museum, and everything is just fine.
They were tucked in there with Granny's panties.
Well, I'm glad you put it that way. I was thinking, when you started saying that, I'm thinking, no, we edit. But the next thing, of course, you always have to go to the comments. TDS is Patrick. Some MAGAs just have to have a relic of the Confederacy at any price, I suppose.
Oh, yes.
So this
it's the MAGAs.
Yeah, and this is from AP News, by the way, so you can kind of figure. Then Traveling Man says, things like this really tick me off. Throw the book at him. Adam who?
Oh, he spelled
at the kids?
He spelled like Adam, like the name?
No, at him.
Oh.
But at him who? What, Grandma? What, now she's transtesticular? How do you know that? She probably identifies. You know what I'm saying? The children, you go throw the book at them.
I have a question.
Hell, nowadays they wouldn't be able to read it.
I have a question that you may not be able to answer, but so we all know that TSA agents are one step below the guy who puts salt on the fries at McDonald's. So how did they know that they were inert?
Well, they did have the X-ray thing, but we're talking. Look, I'm not a historical munitions expert.
I'm just saying I wouldn't trust their evaluation of whether they were able to, explode or whatever. I wouldn't trust a TSA agent to make that call.
No, they hire those guys from the guys that hang out by the public restrooms at the Greyhound terminal. So, I mean, that's where TSA agents are actually developed.
Hey, they need jobs too.
Of course they do.
And what better people to look at what those X-ray machines where you can see people in the nude?
Mm-hmm.
What better people than that?
As long as they're not reproducing, that's all I care about.
Well, hang around X-ray machines long enough, you won't.
That's very true.
Good point. Touché.
Oh, now he's speaking French.
All right.
Anyway,
that's
it.
How about you? I know you got any more?
Yeah, I got one for you here.
All right.
A California robotics company, Satyrs, Satyrs, however you pronounce that, they've created a new robot. It's a rescue robot. The problem with the rescue robot is that it looks like a demonic goat, and it includes instructions for killing it. So it's a 6-foot-tall, pitch-black robot built like a centaur with a humanoid torso sticking out of a 4-legged body, and the 4-legged body looks like it's got 4 horse hooves on it. Mm-hmm. And then it's got 2 arms, but the arms don't have hands because instead of hands, they can plug in, attachments, tools and such. And then it's got a great big head on it that is shaped like a goat that looks like the Baphomet.
Leave my second ex-wife out of this, please.
With bright orange eyes. It's the craziest looking thing. By the way, this comes from a website called Oddee.com, ODDEE.com.
Well, how much do they cost?
It doesn't say, but it does come with instructions for killing it.
Well, we need a third shift supervisor out here where I work at, and sounds like he'd foot the bill or hoof the bill.
Yeah, well, it's got, let's see, Gives the new body plan gives the goat robot significant advantages over its two-legged robots that are capable of performing kung fu on stage. So it's a lot more stable on uneven ground. That's why they gave it the four horse legs.
And does it say what these are supposed to be used for?
Rescue operations.
Oh, rescue. All right. Let's make them bartenders.
Yeah, so I mean, you're in an earthquake out there. You're out in earthquake country out there, Sass. Your house falls down on you. You might get rescued by a giant 6-foot tall
Minotaur.
goat robot.
If my house falls on me, I just hope they leave me.
But the crazy part is, with the upper body, it's got human arms, and it can manipulate various tools with great accuracy. For example, they highlight the robot's ability to carry a chainsaw.
Oh, jeez.
So now you might get approached in your collapsed house by this giant black goat head robot
Demon
with a chainsaw.
robot. Yeah.
With orange fiery eyes.
With orange fiery eyes.
M. Saab Babalad, or whatever that guy's name must have wrote this story.
You'll think that you went straight to hell if something like that shows up and tries to rescue you.
I wouldn't let the damn thing rescue me. Are you crazy?
Better be bulletproof.
Well, no. Here's it even comes with instructions on how to kill it.
Who has the instructions?
I'm sorry?
Who would have the instruction? Okay, this thing, I don't know what it is, where it's coming from. I don't have the instructions on killing it. All I know is to shoot it. What, the owner, the individual driving it can kill it?
No.
What about
you
me?
Can. You can. It's the back and chest have bladders of compressed air. And if these air compartments are punctured, for example, with a knife or a firearm, then the escaping air will cause pin locks to snap into place in the robot's joints. So you shoot it in the chest, and it'll just lock up.
All right. I'm already putting the movie together in my head. Because this needs to be made into a movie.
Oh, this is the craziest thing.
I'll be back, guys. But I'm telling you, this is written by M. Night Shyamalan-a-Ding-Dong. What was the guy's name?
No, that's pretty much it.
The guy that wrote, that writes all the crazy ones, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, if he wrote this movie, it would be the robot is going around rescuing people, but at the end of the film, you find out that it was your grandma. Her conscience was transferred into the robot, and you ended up killing her as a robot.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. I highly recommend that you go out to Audi.com and look at this thing.
All right, well, I'm going to grab a picture off of Audi so when we put it on the YouTube, people can see what it looks like. I want to see what it looks like because it sounds terrifying.
It is. Particularly about halfway down the page, the picture with a chainsaw.
It's like Ash from Evil Dead with a chainsaw for a hand.
Pretty much, yeah, only far worse than Ash.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope.
All right,
there you go. He's back. All right, good. We can continue then.
Yeah, that brief pause was brought to you by Red Diamond Unsweet Tea. And the fact that it was a small pause, never mind what you're thinking, but the small pause to shout out to all the 900 square feet starter houses. Begin your life there, end your life there. At that size, you can be buried there.
There you go. Just a big old coffin.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, what I missed?
Nothing. We were just talking about the robot, but and making a movie out of it. But we're gonna move on.
That is freaking crazy. And hey, look, just because I went to the bathroom does not mean I'm done. Why do they have to make it look so creepy? They could make it look like Sandra Bullock. I would welcome that thing in.
Sandra Bullock robot that looks like a scimitar.
Well, it doesn't have to look like a senator. Missing the point. Why do they always have to look creepy?
To fuel our nightmares.
I think so. Oh my goodness.
All right. Well,
Was trying to use the robot to teach the kids, and the parents said no, absolutely not. And that one didn't look creepy. Well, kind of it did.
yeah, it had that 1,000-yard stare going for it.
Yeah.
All right. This one's scary, but it's also very cool, especially if you are a fan of music. All aboard the crazy train, my friends. Ozzy Osbourne is getting his own Halloween Horror Nights haunted house at Universal Studios and Universal Orlando Resort. They are paying tribute to the legendary heavy metal musician with Ozzy Osbourne, Prince of Darkness, an all-original maze inspired by more than 4 decades of his solo career. The experience will take fans through dark and twisted and occasionally bizarre worlds behind the albums including Blizzard of Oz, Diary of a Madman, Bark at the Moon, and No More Tears. At the Universal Studios Hollywood, guests will begin in Osborne's hometown of Birmingham, England, before traveling through his childhood. Oh, wow, that's going to be messed up. The Osborne Asylum, and several versions of his famous stage persona, including Madman Ozzy, Werewolf Ozzy, and the Prince of Darkness himself. The Orlando version will send guests through ruins and dungeons before they board the crazy train and enter scenes inspired by Ozzy Osbourne's album covers and unmistakably dark imagination. So there you go. If you're a big Ozzy fan, you're going to want to go to Universal Studios this Halloween and go through the mazes.
Must they be finished with a woman because she couldn't help them with her minds? And do you have to eat a bat or bite a head off a bat before you get out of there?
Well, they got it. They got to include that. I mean, I would hope so.
Yeah.
I wonder if they include part of it where he peed on the Alamo.
That would be
he
cool,
got
too.
kicked out of Texas for a while because he peed on the Alamo.
That's true.
That comment brought to you by Red Diamond Unsweet.
All right. After Ozzy, where we're going? Who has one? Denton, you got another one?
Yeah, I do, but this is not a fun one. This is not funny. This is Denton is mad.
All right. Well, let's hear you be mad.
All right. Well, I was talking to a fellow veteran, and he used to be my lead. As a matter of fact, next 3 weeks, we want to get together, smoke a cigar, and he'll be drinking probably bourbon, and I'll be drinking Red Diamond Unsweet tea. Anyway.
They should be sending us some money as much as you're giving them plugs.
They ought to send me money and send me some Depends because, gosh, that stuff runs right through me. Anyway, his daughter is E3 United States Army. Hats off to you, sister. She's a true patriot. And I found out last night while talking to my brother that when I was in the Army, okay, you went to the chow hall. You just went to, you had your, when you get to your unit, you're issued a chow hall card. And you line up to go eat, and there's going to be an E4 or somebody there who's writing down your number. You go in there, you eat. You can't give it to keep track of who's eating. And you go get food. It don't cost you a dime. Simple, wouldn't you think? I mean, that's the thing about going in the Army. It's almost like prison. You get 3 hots and a cot. But it's worse than prison because you got to do all kinds of crazy ass things. It's going to get you killed. Now, no, you got to pay for your food.
In the Army, you got to pay for your food now.
Yeah, but they give you, let me pull up let me click on this, hit that little button right there. Fine, there we go. Okay, it's called Basic Allowance Subsistence. Apparently, this is from 2002. This is how I do not keep up with stuff once I get out of stuff. BAS is meant to offset the cost of food for service members. BAS is meant to offset the cost of food. Whereas when I was in, you just went and ate.
Yeah.
This allowance is based on the historic origins of the military, in which the military provided room and board or rations as part of the members' pay. Yeah, you got paid like crap, and the food you ate was crap, but at least you didn't pay for the crap food. This allowance is not intended to, that was in the Army. In the Air Force, they even had ice cream, soft serve ice cream. They had a civilian. I know this because I went in the reserve. They had a civilian that operated the thing. Poor little babies. Thanks to Obama, not only the cutbacks in the military, they took away the taste in the food, they also took away the soft serve ice cream station. Obama, go. You and Michael, your whatever, go away.
He took
This
away
allowance is not.
He took away the ice cream, that monster.
Yeah, well, we're talking Air Force here. This allowance is not intended to offset the cost of the meals for family members. Beginning on January 2002, all enlisted members get full BAS but pay for their meals, including those provided by the government. In other words, you go to chow hall, you got to cough up cash. This is the culmination of the BAS reform transition period. See, they were even transitioning the food back then. You can't call a fruit a veggie unless it allows you to. Since BAS is intended to defray a portion of the cost of food for the service member, its level is linked to the USDA's food cost index. Therefore, each year the BAS system is adjusted based upon the percentage increase of the price of food as identified by the USDA. This is why the increase in BAS will not necessarily be the same percentage as that applied to the increase in the pay table, as annual pay raises are linked to the increase in private sector wages. In other words, yeah, okay. Now, officers get $328.48 a month, but they get paid a whole lot more. Enlisted members, $476.95 a month. Now, let me flip over to my calculator because I said, let's just say $20. Let's say nowadays you're going to spend $20 a day eating. What kind of food are you going to get for $20 a day? You don't cook. You're a private single dude in the barracks. But let's say, 30 days. That costs you $600. Okay, so you're an E3. You're going to spend $600 if you're eating crappy food. You can go to Taco Bell, and actually you could eat cheaper, a lot cheaper than that. But you're not going to eat well, right?
So on visiting days, your family and friends have to bring you a carton of smokes and some money to put on your bank account.
Yeah. This changes everything about care packages. Send me food or cash. I don't care. This is absolutely, and it's been going on for a couple of decades, over 2 decades. And my buddy and I just found out about this. And so I'm at work. My supervisor, he's retired. And I said, he's younger than I am. I said, you know about this? He goes, of course. This makes no flipping sense. He goes, well, see, the thing about it is because, you may be like 5 miles from the chow hall. I actually called it the dining facility. Back then in my day, you called it the chow hall. And he said, so, you may not have ability to travel to the chow hall. You may pass 6 restaurants trying to get to the chow hall. So what they're doing is giving you money. So if you want to stop at one of those 6 restaurants, you can do that instead of going and walking to the chow hall. Now, I was not always in a place where, you walk 3 minutes to the chow hall. Most of my places it was, but it wasn't always the case. But there was always somebody old enough with a car that, everybody would pile into cars. You go to the chow hall. I said, but anyway, I said, so you're telling me that the military, an organization that travels on its stomach, is so discombobulated that it could not put soldiers and food in the general proximity. So what they're doing is flinging money at them and not even enough to feed them well, and saying, that's good.
Well, it is government, so you know how that goes.
Yeah, but still, here's what you do not do. You don't give an 18-year-old money and go tell them to feed themselves.
That's like you take your kid to the amusement park and just give him $20 and he buys all candy.
Exactly. I don't mean to go on a rant, but here I go. I pissed off the Army.
I can't see that.
I know, right? So I used to think it was a joke, they say, as an officer, you make the Army mad, they're going to send you to be a commander at a missile site in the North Sea. Well, the only difference is I wasn't an officer, but I did go to that place that I thought was fictional. So I get there, it's like 3 days or so before Christmas. And so the chow hall there, and puts the C in chow hall there, I'm telling you right now, they were serving hot dogs, hamburgers, pizzas. I'm thinking, this is the holiday times. Okay, all right, fine, whatever. Now I'm there as I'm single sergeant, and well, I'm not the single. I am unmarried sergeant. I wasn't the only anyway. You know what I'm saying. But anyway, it's like 2 weeks after New Year's was long gone, and we're still eating hot dogs and pizza. And I'm thinking, where are the adults here? And so I go to talk to the mess sergeant, and I said, when are we going to start eating? You're going to feed my soldiers decent food so they can do their job, right? Oh, no, this is what they want. Now, this cat is an E6. And I said, this is what they want? No, you feed them as a mess sergeant what they need to get the job done. And he says, no, this is what we do. Well, I also knew how to contact the sergeant major, and guess what? 2 weeks later, that E6 realized how to cook actual food. Well, actually serve it, didn't cook it worth a shit, but still. Yeah, he didn't like me for a while, but that's okay. It was not just me he didn't like him. One morning, me and my soldiers at the mess hall, this is back when you could smoke in the mess hall, we're drinking coffee, smoking cigarettes, and shooting the breeze, when this crazy woman no kidding, crazy woman with a .44 revolver comes charging in the mess hall, chasing the E6 around. You think I'm making this up? This is one of the more tame stories I could tell you. Okay. So she's running around with the .44, chasing him all around. He's from Selma, Alabama, by the way, so I'm used to that kind of stuff. And I'm just continuing with drinking my coffee and smoking my cigarettes. My soldiers look at me. They see what I'm doing. They keep on doing the same thing. And they run out of the building. And they're looking at me like, what just happened, and why are you so calm? And I said, look, if she wanted him dead, she wouldn't have ran in here with the .44. She'd have pulled it out and blew his brains out. We were all safe. Don't worry about it. Well, what if you were wrong? Well, I wasn't going to make a commotion and present myself. I mean, come on. If you're going to kill one, you can kill others. So just don't look like you're there.
Yeah, what if you were wrong? It's like, I don't have to clean it up.
Exactly. But my point is, then that was easily rectified. When the Army's turning around and saying, here, fling money at the 18-year-olds and let them go. What kind of leadership is that? So anyway, yeah, me and my old lead man, fellow military from the old school days, going, WTF, really? And if anybody's listening that has any sway, hey, Pete, Department of War leader Pete, fix that. Get the soldiers eating right again. I know Pete listens to the show, doesn't he?
Oh,
Don't you
yeah,
think?
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he's right there every week with us.
Okay, there's Denton's rant. Hey, Kenny, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for sharing this with me and making me mad, and hopefully making all the vets listen to this mad, unless we're the last ones to find out about that, and then we're the last ones to be mad. So there.
All right. Thank you, Denton, for that heartwarming story.
I know. I'm just here to be a little ray of sunshine. But hey, the good news is I didn't get a 44 round put through me.
Not yet.
Good news.
What's that?
I
He
say
says that's the good news.
good news.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, friend.
Anything else I know, or you got any others?
Not a problem anytime, pal.
No,
Oh,
I'm saying, do you have any other stories?
I actually have one more, and
All right.
this is actually one that I pulled specifically for Denton.
All right.
Pulled it specifically for our pal Denton, and what was it? The guy that sent us the email last week, Buford or
Buford.
Yeah, it was
Buford.
Buford? Yeah, about politics. So my apologies, Buford. This is roughly political, but it was just too rich to pass up. This is from Breitbart. Maine Democrat Troy Jackson, longtime partner, are second cousins with 2 children. So Maine had the Nazi guy running for Senate, right, against Susan Collins, no less, and he was too crazy for him. So then they brought in this Mo, who's married to his second cousin. And I got to thinking, there's one state in this union where they do allow that, where it's still allowed, and that's New Jersey. In New Jersey, it is legal to marry your first cousin. And it's the only state in the union where that's legal. And now this is happening up in Maine. And I'm thinking, they're always making fun of us down here in the South for being all inbred and stuff, and we're not. I mean, I don't know anybody that's married to their cousins. First,
Well,
second, third, or
okay.
anything.
All right. Yeah, I'm keeping.
But it seems to be a thing up there in the Northeast.
Well, they'll do
I
like
mean-
they do with everything else, and they'll say, "Oh, it's because all the Southerners moved up here."
Well, it doesn't make sense, though. I mean, well, I guess in one sense it does, because, I mean, that's why they're so damn goofy up there, is because all their family tree looks more like a beanpole than a tree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe it's all the Canadians that moved down to Maine.
Well, that could be. That could be.
Wow.
All right, Canadians, it is sassinpals@pm.me if you want to email and yell at me for calling you inbred.
And I would like to point out that the boy from Alabama has sat here and said nothing.
You don't want to call yourself out?
I just don't want to call nothing.
Am I back?
Yep, you're back.
Sorry about that. I just dropped off in the middle of my rant.
Oh, well, I
I
think
wonder what that.
yeah, we got a
I
ping.
wonder what those blings were. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got it all in.
Yeah, he did.
I just made
Okay.
a dumb joke about Canadians, but anyway.
Unless he was going to drag in the Mississippi folks,
No,
which I was
I
going
mean-
to do, but I was going to keep my mouth shut.
Well, you can drag in the Mississippi folks. That's fine.
Or and if you're in memory of Slippy, who's not dead, but I haven't heard from him for a while. People from Crenshaw County. Remember, he dated a girl from Crenshaw County, Alabama.
I guess I did not know that
I was
one.
going to say I haven't heard that story, but I'm sure
Well,
you can
never
fill us in something. In fact, Slippy, go on over to Outdoor Trading Post and start a thread about the girl you dated.
In Crenshaw County. I remember that. Why am I the only one who can remember this?
I don't know. You can't remember
can't-
anything else, so I don't know.
I know. That's why. I can't remember passwords.
All right. Well, I mean,
I would like to say that before we go, I want to point out the fact that I am in control. I'm in control of nothing. Contact with Nat and Fang Farrier.
mhm.
And I took a snapshot. I meant to send it to you, but I forgot. Go figure. What was it? Nat said the show was this last week's. The show was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I'm so pleased you're back. That would be one of you guys. I've always been here.
Yeah.
And Yoda said, over an hour, too. It was great. Super intro, too. Hat tip to Sass there. And I said, I touched you hold your finger on the screen too long and it does stupid stuff. I'm glad that you were all happy. And then Yoda says, I wish we could also get the show that goes on in your head.
That would be a great show if we could just plug Denton in and let us hear his thoughts.
Well, there's a good use case for AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would just be constantly. It would be constantly. Look, squirrel.
And I wish we could get the show that goes on in your head. I said, really? Does anyone?
All right.
I would love to take a psychiatrist down that road, and they better bring their own strength with them.
Probably a good idea. So is that everybody's stories? Do we go into weird news?
Let's move
Hey, you want
on
to go into politics?
Politics?
No politics. We promise no more politics. Buford will
come on.
mad at us.
Oh, come on.
Nah.
Okay, good. Because I'm wholly unprepared.
All right. Well, then I guess it's time for weird news.
It's time for Weird News.
All right, this one is not so much weird as it's kind of cool. A Montana nurse demonstrated extraordinary composure after a freak hiking accident left him impaled on his own trekking pole near the state's highest peak. Rather than wait for an expensive helicopter rescue, he hiked more than 10 miles down the mountain with the pole still lodged in his body. David Cifaldi, 32, was attempting to summit Granite Peak when disaster struck. He and two companions crossing the frozen-to-death plateau at approximately 11,000 feet elevation when Cifaldi stepped on a loose rock, dropped his trekking pole, and fell forward. The 44-inch steel-tipped pole pierced through the flesh beneath his arm and protruded from his back. As I rolled over, I noticed one of my trekking poles laying on the ground, and as I kind of sat up, I realized that the other one was stuck in my side. Cifaldi, who works at wound care for St. Vincent Regional Hospital in Montana, immediately shifted into what he called his nurse brain. He performed a self-assessment and determined he was alert, experiencing minimal pain and bleeding, and that the pole hadn't stuck any vital organs. After conferring with his hiking companions, Cifaldi made a decision that surprised them both. The group used a Garmin InReach satellite communication device to contact Stillwater County Search and Rescue. Rather than requesting immediate assistance, they informed authorities of their plan to self-rescue. Search and Rescue Team Commander monitored the progress remotely as the trio checked in every 30 minutes. All right, there you go. So the dude saved himself, basically.
No, you know what? My takeaway is the guy is the most frugal son of a gun to ever hit the slopes. Because one, he has an incident. The first thing he wants to know is, where are the poles? Okay, I found one. Good. Where's the other one? Really, really close to me. Well, I'm not losing this one. Okay. Second, I'm injured. How much does a helicopter ride cost? Screw it. I'm walking. Man, he has pennies in his pockets. Ain't seen the light of days. That's amazing.
Well, he doesn't have pennies anymore because we don't make them.
That's true. But I want him as my accountant.
There you go. I know. Do you have something?
My neighbor.
Yeah. I do not want him as my neighbor. When the chips are down, you're on your own. You're going to walk out of there, pal, because we ain't buying your ass a helicopter ride.
Oh, he's the guy that I want for my neighbor.
Yeah. Self-sufficient.
What? All right.
Well, as somebody who recently took an ambulance ride, I can tell you it's expensive. And that wasn't even a helicopter. That was just an ambulance.
I always have the company pay for it.
Well, I don't have a company, so.
Well, that's true.
Oh, we got to
If I'm going to hurt myself, I'm going to at work.
We got to turn this show into an LLC so I can use it and write it off. Man, that's a good idea. All right, I'm going to look into that.
You do that. Oh, by the way, I'm still waiting to hear from, I'm going to start pestering those people, the Bigfoot Research Organization.
Yeah,
I want them on the show.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool to have them. All right, number 2 in weird news. All right, this is now we're going back into weird. The main highlight of this year's Firefly Comic-Con, held in China, Guangzhou, China, was the lemon-flavored foot bath and cola foot bath water sold by a number of female cosplayers outside the venue. So you following along here?
Not a bit.
Okay, well, they had this comic thing, and these girls that dress up as comic characters put their feet in these buckets that have soda in them, or like I guess iced tea or something. I don't know, but it's going to cost you $7.50 per cup. The disgusting concoction could not satisfy demand as dozens of thirsty men lined up to try it. Oh, that's disgusting.
Okay, I'm still not following.
That is just vile.
Okay, so
You're okay. Let me try to figure this out. And the simple-minded person I am. So you got buckets of fluid.
yeah,
Chicks put their feet in the fluid,
yep, feet juices.
and God, make it even sicker. And and you buy it by the cupful
Yes, $7.50 a cup.
to drink,
Yep.
or whatever you want to do with it.
Oh, there's a picture on the YouTube. Trust me.
Yeah, well, I still don't get it. Who would do that?
Well, apparently these weirdo Chinese guys.
Gutfeld wouldn't even do
Take
that.
a YouTube of it.
It's
That's the guy that really worries me. The guy that took the YouTube. I mean,
well, it's reportedly inspired by the feet juice trend sparked by FanimeCon in San Jose earlier this year. I don't even know what any of that means. China's version proved just as popular among young men, with video evidence showing them scooping the feet steeped drinks straight from the container and drinking them to cheers of crowd onlookers. All right, you guys nasty.
Okay, tell me again why we left politics to go to this.
Because it's funnier. And
Disgusting, don't make funny.
And because every podcaster in the world does politics.
Yeah, and I bet we're about the only ones talking about this.
Exactly. We're original.
yeah.
Oh, well, if you like
I need to take a shower.
if you like that one, you're going to really like this one. Have you ever heard the commercial Do the Do? I guess it's from Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, this one's called Do the Poo.
Oh no. No.
In his quest,
Have you ever heard this say, mention the devil and he appears?
yeah.
Well, I mentioned Gutfeld a second ago. He's king of poo jokes.
Oh,
He appeared just now.
I don't watch him, so I wouldn't know. But all right, I guess he can do him. I don't know. All right, in his quest to retrieve a bottle of Mountain Dew, a Kansas City, Missouri man fell into a portable restroom toilet tank and was stuck there for 8 hours with the lid closed before being rescued. According to Fox 4 News, on July 14th, a driver with Patriot Portable Restrooms was trying to collect the structures that had been set up for a World Cup watching party when he encountered the trapped occupant. The driver flagged down a nearby police officer who helped him unlock the door. When we opened the door and didn't see anybody, we honestly thought we were talking to a ghost. And then his head popped up out of the tank like a game of whack-a-mole. Oscar the Grouch coming out of his can. A company representative said KCFD had to Kansas City Fire Department had to cut the man out of the toilet and then blasted him off with a fire hose to rinse him off. The portable restroom business. In the portable restroom business, you kind of expect the unexpected, the representative said, but in 6 years, I have never thought I'd find someone alive inside one of our units. All right. Do you really believe he was reaching for a bottle?
That's a polite way of saying one of our sitters.
Yeah. But do you think he was really reaching for a Mountain Dew bottle, or do you think he was in there hoping that he'd get some woman to come in there and drop trow and he could look up at her?
I don't know, but in my mind, I'm thinking, good news is the victim survived. Bad news is he didn't want to after that.
I wouldn't.
There's not enough fire hose to wash that kind of memory away.
Maybe he needed to be covered in Clorox.
Yes, he can come clean my house, but it's not covered in poo, but still. Anyway.
I hope it's not covered in poo.
I would not let him near my house.
Oh,
no kidding.
Not at all. All
Dude,
right.
you come back in a couple of years after the stench is worn off.
Yeah, he's going to be blue. He's going to be blue forever.
He's a Smurf.
We're laughing at our own jokes.
Because they're funny. All right. That's all for weird news. Anybody got anything they want to leave us with before we get out of here?
If you can't top it, leave it alone.
Yeah.
I can't do better than that.
All right, Denton, then tell
That's
us.
why you are the professional. You save the best for last.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, Denton, tell us what our Smurf friend is.
I don't know.
Well, he's doomed,
What
isn't
is
he?
Oh, I'm sorry. Look here, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed this show because we obviously did. But never forget, the world's going to pot, or at least a Porta-Pot tea. So that being the fact, we're all doomed, Sass. Einor, what do?
We laugh.
And then we drink up.
Have a good time.
We drink up.
There you go.
This outro brought to you by Red Diamond Unsweet Tea.
That has not had Chinese feet in it.
Yes. And is not covered in poo.
Good night, everybody. You guys take care. We'll see y'all probably 1 week, but you never know about us. We could be together again tomorrow. Who knows? But until then, see you later.
Oh, no, I can't take you guys anymore.
You started it.
All right, everybody. Have a blessed day, and we will see ya.
Bye, y'all.